Marvels for the flip of the coin. Ribbhu Mehra and Faman Khan, they're coming in as stand-in skippers for their respective captains. The Chennai Marvels winning the toss and deciding to field first. Yeah, it's quite a template and a trend these days with captains deciding to field first and have an idea about the target. Great to see the camaraderie. They're all friends. Remember, they turn foes only for a couple of hours in matches, but otherwise they're all buddies off the field. All set for match number 2. Chennai Marvels will be bowling. They'll be in yellow. Yellow does have some kind of presence when you talk about that jersey color. Great afternoon and great to be sitting alongside Anuj Khurana as well, who joins me in the comm box. Good afternoon, Anuj.
Very good afternoon, Mikhail. Very good afternoon to everyone. Happy Eid as well. आप सभी को. These are the batters. The captain himself walking to open the innings along with Garvit. A new franchisee, new season for them. Change of role for a couple of players. Used to feature in Delhi Titans last year, but this time they are taking charge for this new franchisee, Jaipur Royals.
Anuj, all are your friends. I'm very sure about it. You're wearing a nice cheeky grin as you talk about them. And I believe you have a match to be played sometime later on the day as well. So good luck for that.
Of course, we all are good friends, and the smile was not cheeky. I just smiled. I keep on smiling all the time, Mikhail.
Yeah, you're always a good vibe, I must admit. The smiling Anuj Khurana in the comm box alongside us, who packs a punch when he bats. We'll see him in action sometime later, yeah, but a bit of a plan here by Chennai Marvels. They begin with spin.
The umpires are set. The bowlers are set. Team Jaipur Royals are set to begin their campaign. Chirag to start his first over. Garvit, we can say he's debuting in this Actors Cricket Bash. Picked up by Pune Royals. Started off with a single.
Yeah, not a bad ploy to begin with spin, because you run the risk of maybe conceding extra runs with only 2 fielders outside the circle. Left-right combination in the middle will mean that field will keep changing. So the 2 fielders outside in the deep currently, one is at deep mid-wicket and one is at long off here for Faman Khan.
Faman Khan, he would like to lead from the front, donning the hat of a leader in this season. Very capable batsman. Oh, this came in. Dipped in the end. Chirag is known for bowling these slow in swingers. And I like the ploy from Ribbhu Mehra as well, who is a very wise captain. Keeping right up the stumps. He knows better would like to walk down the track. And the keeper of his caliber will put a doubt in batsman's mind. Here we see a glimpse of his quick hands.
Ribbhu Mehra, the captain wicket-keeper, standing behind the stumps. And Chirag, very innocuous with his bowling action and run-up. A bit wrong-footed at the point of delivery. Sometimes it just displaces the batter's plans as well.
Absolutely, and if you haven't faced such bowlers in the nets, or there are no such bowlers in your team, because they are unique commodity, it becomes difficult to assess when you have to make that trigger movement. It is not easy if you're not habitual of facing such kind of bowlers. And he bowls with a very tight line and length. Again, pitching it up, using the shine of the new delivery, keeping it away from the batsman. And 3 dots can start putting pressure in your head as a batter.
And that's why it's important for Garvit to just change his plans. Needs to play him more like a pacer, not a spinner here. Now goes high. This is going to be a bit of a tease. It'll take some catching to do, but it'll beat the fielders and race away for a 4. First boundary here for Garvit. He tried it in a couple of occasions in the previous deliveries, but finally he reaps the reward with an element of risk.
The first boundary comes from the bat of Garvit. Tried to go hard, didn't middle it. But as this is the first over, there is a field restriction. Only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle. Once the ball is out of the circle, it races away. Final delivery. Again, made the amend. Is umpire raising his arms? Yes, A wide delivery given. It was a close call indeed. But Chirag made the man change the line, change the length. 7 so far in the first 5 deliveries. This time again in the air. Lands in no man lands. Good start for Chennai Mavericks. Beg your pardon, Chennai Marvels. It's end of first over. Jaipur Royals, 8 for none. So this is the playing 11 for Jaipur Royals. Faiman Khan, Garvit Soni, Ketan, wicketkeeper batsman Krunal Patil, the man of the tournament previous season. Mayur Mehta packs a punch. Nitish Sharma, Tejinder the pacer, Tariq Sheikh, Varun Rao and Vinay Raw. A decent side. They have good pacers, good left arm spinners as well. And now we see Lalit Bisht on the screen. Again, a change of team for him, as there are many players who are playing for different sides this season. A very wise, very calm, composed pacer, knows his game well. He would like to have a good start for his team and for him as well. Dream start would be a wicket in the first over. Let's see how he starts his campaign of 2026 Actors Cricket Bash.
Yeah, I watched Lalit Bisht bowl for many years. He did train at the Cricket Academy for quite some time.
Mikhail, who hasn't trained at cricket? Tell me, who hasn't?
I have not trained.
I've seen you every time I visit there. Almost everyone has gone to that famous cricket in Andheri Lokhandwala. And it's a very nice facility to have. A co-commentator, Nishad, is saying that he has also trained there. I would like to ask him, train for what?
In fact, Anuj, even Aditya Dhar, the director of Dhurandhar, trained there for 5 years at the Cricket Academy.
So all the legends are born there, Mikhail, right? The legends in the direction department, in the acting department, in the Actors Cricket Bash. This could be close. This could be a disastrous call by the Garvit. And by the look at it, it seems like it's curtains for him. There was never a run there. Dilzan in the dugout is not looking happy. Complete misjudgment of a run. This is how it all happened. Rahman was facing the delivery. It went to the long on. Akshay Chandel was the fielder. He threw it cleanly to the bowler. And there was never a second run, Mikhail. There was never a second run. But by the look at it, batsman himself knew that he is short of that popping crease. It's dicey. It's dicey. Hold on, Garvit. It's not over for you yet. The final call will be of third umpires, but wait. And the decision has come. End of this innings for Garvit. And the kind of start Chennai wanted, they got.
Yeah, disastrous start there for Jaipur Royals. Garvit was running towards Faman, who had his back towards him. Faman was never in for the second. Garvit just committed into that second run. Absolute pandemonium. Don't want to lose a wicket through a run out early in the innings, especially in the power play. But smart piece of work, great presence of mind by Lalit Bisht to realize an opportunity at the keeper's end and throw it after collecting it.
You look dejected, Mikhail, and even I'm dejected by the call. There was never a second run. Okay, that's past. But let's talk about present now. It's Mayur Mehta, a very capable batsman. A lot depends on him and Fehman. Here he faces his first delivery. And he middled it, crossed it towards the covers. Absolutely the kind of start he would like to have. Pitched up. Mayur was up to the task. And he starts off his innings with a crisp boundary.
He's a good bat. Taken on the full. We had as many as 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside, 3 on the squarish, but he still manages to find the gap over there. He's the pedigree bat, Mayur Mehta. I watched him. Very lively customer, very busy cricketer, so you can sense that he'll keep the fielders on their toes. Good over so far by Lalit. Yeah, just tries to bowl in the width of the stumps.
That's a sign of a good bowler. Changed his line, changed his length. It's a decent start for both the teams. Chennai Marvels got the wicket they would like to have in power play, but at the same time, Jaipur Royals also got 14 runs in just 10 deliveries. And that's a trademark Mayur shot. Stepping down the wicket, couldn't middle it. But the strike is being rotated, and now it's up to the captain, Fehman Khan, who will be facing his third delivery.
So I know Chandigarh Mavericks getting ready for the big game later on in the day.
Absolutely. I'm getting messages in the group. We are here, we are here. Couple of more overs in the comm box. I'll join my team. And let's see how the team shapes up for this tournament. Fehman stepping down the stumps. Connected it well. Got the desired result. It's boundary to finish the second and the power play. It's 19 for 1. Jaipur Royals. So this is how Chennai Marvels look today. Akshay Chandel, Charandeep Singh making his debut in Actors Cricket Batch. Then we have Chirag Desai, Kafi, Kapil Chauhan again making his debut. Kashish, a very wily bowler. Lalit Bisht, Patik, Balhara, Ribbhu Mehra, captain wicketkeeper. Rohit Shivalkar, Shobhit Atre and Sushant Bane. Looks a very balanced side. They have the combinations which can turn the results in their favors. Too early to say. It's just the beginning of the campaign for them. But on papers, they look decent.
The day it started despite the loss of Garvit's wicket in that second over. So the field restrictions will be lifted after over number 2. And after a combination of pace and spin, I just get the impression that we are seeing a bit of medium pace now with Ribbhu Mehra deciding to stand up to the stumps.
It's Chirag again. Started the innings for his team. Just gave away 8 runs. So Ribbhu is going with a plan. He will finish his spell. It's a decent start for both the teams. Mikhail, when the first match started, we are very next to the runway of one of the busiest airport across the globe, Mumbai. But during the first half of the first match, the ball was flying more than the flights. And again, a similar kind of start by Chirag. Again, an in-swinger, making it difficult for the batsman to freeze his arms.
Yeah, it looked like Delhi Titans took off, not the Plains, the way they hammered 114 their first 10.
And they started taking out from the word go. From the very first delivery, Savan Singh Premi started to tong the ball out of the boundary. This time Fehman Khan tried to cross the boundary and he got the desired result as well. So Fehman is looking good. He scored a boundary on the last delivery of the previous over. And now on the second delivery of third over, again, a great pull shot right into the gap. Fielder could have done better. But remind everyone, this is Actors Cricket Bash. These are not professional cricketers. These are the actors which you are used to watching on the screen in your favorite daily soaps, movies, web shows. Now they're taking onto the field. You can hear from the stump mic, Ribbhu saying, "Ye dalna," meaning keep bowling this line and length. But this has been given a wide.
Yeah, the left-right combination maybe not helping early on. This time though he has an opportunity to settle into a good line and length. Tossed up delivery, taken on the full. Work to do for the fielders in the deep. Splits the two. Another boundary. The Faman's looking good. He's decided to switch gears and that's helping the Jaipur Royals.
Definitely he's up and roaring. Third consecutive boundary coming from his bat. This was again in his slot. He likes to use that big swing of his arms. Bending on his knee. Likes to clear the ball. This time it's in the air. Catches the call from the Ribbhu. And this has been taken neatly by Lalit Bisht. So the plan has worked in favor of Chennai Marvels. They continued with Chirag. And he has delivered for his captain. He has got the most crucial wicket his captain would have wanted.
Yeah, that's a good catch in the deep. But Chirag is your wicket-taking bowler. That was short and wide. Faman went with that shot, didn't get distance, got elevation and nicely judged in the deep by Lalit Bisht, who just bowled that last over of his. So two quick wickets here. Jaipur Royals 29 for 2 in the third.
शाबाश शाबाश बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया शाबाश बहुत बढ़िया हाँ सेम फील्ड
Ketan Gaikwad walks up to the crease. He has got some job to finish now. Team has got a bit of start, but if they keep on losing wickets, they will not get the momentum which is needed in this short format. Becomes important for a new batter to rotate the strike, take a few deliveries, get used to the pace, and then get going. Chirag is about to finish his spell. A decent job by him. Just took a wicket on the previous delivery. He would like to finish it well here. Bowled outside the off stump. Again, a wide. This game is... There are small margins in this game. And this is how he got rid of Captain Farman Khan. Kept it out of his reach. The plan was set. Bowled him outside the off stump. Fielder was perfectly placed. And he took it neatly. Good finish by Chirag. It's end of 3. Jaipur Royals 32 for 2.
Both openers back in the dugout. They did start off with a promising partnership, but it all fell apart. Ketan Gaikwad and Mayur Mehta now got into repair work, but they'll have to switch gears and get into full acceleration mode. Ketan Gaikwad, the wicketkeeper bat here for Jaipur Royals. It's Shobit who will come on to bowl his left arm gentle floaters. Shobit Atre. Seen him for a while now in the circuit. fine actor, a good cricketer, and a very jovial personality. All right then, match number 2, nicely poised.
पीछे भाग पीछे पीछे
It'll be
पीछे भाग,
interesting to
पीछे भाग,
watch
फटाफट।
these two facing each other. Very good friends, Mayur Mehta and Shobit Atre. Know each other in and out. But now they are opponents. Let's see who wins the battle.
Catch it!
Oh, that's nicely cut away. Beautifully placed. Impeccable precision there. There are no friends in ACB, my friend. Anuj Khurana, all foes.
पीछे रहे, पीछे रहे।
It's all friends becoming foes for a couple of hours and then all becoming friends again. Very nicely timed by Mayur.
इधर आजा।
That's not a friendly welcome by Mayur to Shobit Atre. 4 on the first ball.
It's up to Shobit now. Make the amends. This time in the air. And this time
ऊपर नहीं शोभित भाई।
Mayur is in no mood to show any sort of friendship. Pitched up and he cleared the boundary with ease. Mayur Mehta is looking at good flow. It was pitched up
भाई साइड देख लो।
and very neatly
ये
timed.
सही है। देख लो जो सूट
The
दे।
pressure is on the senior friend
वेट करो,
now.
बलारा ऊपर आजा, पीछे जा, पीछे जा।
He has conceded 10 in first 2 deliveries. He has changed the angle though. This time again in the air.
शोभित भाई बहुत ऊपर फेंक रहे हो।
This time the result is again the same. So Mayur Mehta is showing no mercy to one of his best friends here. He changed his angle. He's trying his very best to keep him under the control.
मन्नू हाथ
But
खोल ले।
Mayur is in no mood of holding back. If it's in his arc, he's gonna smash you out of the park.
शाबाश।
Yeah, Mayur has turned maverick with the bat. Good sign here for Jaipur Royal, but he's worked on his batting over the years, Mayur. Very sincere with his practice sessions. What a start in this over. This time shorter. That's over covers. Beautifully placed, and the improvisation there again needs worthy mention. That's because he's actually constructed and created that shot. 20 runs in the first 4 deliveries. Pressure on Shobit. It's Mayur calling the shots.
Calling the shots and how?
कोई टेंशन नहीं है।
Shobit has tried everything in this over. Changed the angle, pitched up, pitched outside the off stump. But Mayur Mehta is equally up to the task. And the last boundary brought in the 50 as well for Jaipur Royals. This time again in the air. This time fielder settling in. But not only he has dropped the catch, the ball has slowly rolled towards the boundary. Shobit looks disappointed. And he should be. This should have been taken.
So many subplots on this big floor. That's because Ribbhu Mehra had shifted the player from mid-off to long-off for this occasion and catch. Rohit got underneath it but could not hold on to it, and to make matters worse, he just let one go for a 4. Mayur Mehta says, thank you very much. Looks like my afternoon. He's accumulated 24 in the first 5 deliveries. Driven straight to the field at covers. Just that rare dot ball to end what's been a superb over for Jaipur Royals. They've accumulated 24 in over number 4. They've got the runs they needed, 56 for 2.
लल्ली मन्नू की जगह चले जाओ।
So that's how the inning has progressed so far. Chennai Marvels opted to bowl first. It's a mixed bag, 56 for 2. Jaipur Royals looking good. Mayur Mehta is looking good. He's looking in good form.
ठीक है मन्नू देख ले।
Charandeep Singh, a very known cricketer in the circuit. Good for him that he's making his debut in Actors Cricket Bash this year. He has been around, a very wise bowler and starts off well. He's someone who doesn't take a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
शाबाश शाबाश शाबाश
Sometimes when you lose two early wickets at the batting side, you look for that release over. And they got that in the last one to 24. So now they're looking good, Jaipur. All of a sudden, that confidence is back for the batters. The conviction is back in the dugout. Good over. Can they just continue with that?
Very well pointed, Mikhail. This format is such. At times, it takes one over to get back into the shape. And now Ketan has also started hitting the boundaries. It was outside the off stump, delicately guided towards third man, in between third man and point. And he collected 4 from the second delivery of Charandeep.
नहीं 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 यार कोई बात नहीं कहा गया ना रन
Yeah, it's not about the big hits after all. It's about the sublime deft touches, those nudges. And there, Faman Khan gives the nod of approval. They are happy. They are on their feet. They can see a change in momentum. Pressure is falling back on the fielding side. Ribbhu Mehra is making those changes. That's why it's important that players and teams find a way to come back every now and then. Quicker one, nicely worked away. Got to find the singles every now and then in this format. There's no place for dot balls here.
Not at all. And after hitting a boundary, he just nicely guided towards deep square, giving strike to the batsman who is hitting really well. It becomes important for Mayur Mehta as well to continue this form and take his team towards the projected score, which is showing as 136 right now. Again, this time, width given, and Mayur Mehta was ready for it. He is hitting across the ground, this time over the point fielder. And once you clear the inner circle, you hardly get any chance to stop any delivery, but this was totally into the gap. Very well placed.
Yeah, he's balancing his offside play and onside play beautifully. And what I've really liked, the way he's played to lengths today. He's playing the field. He's moving around in the crease. He's manipulating the fielders as well. Back-to-back boundaries. It's the Mayur Mehta show at the moment in the middle at the Air India Sports Club ground. Anything full, he'll launch into it, and anything short, he'll pull and cut you. What an innings he's playing.
Made room for himself, putting pressure on the bowler straight away.
दिमाग से जरा
And that's what experienced batsmen do.
चल रहा है सीम पकड़ के फेंक रहा है
They've got 13 runs, 3 boundaries. Single would be nice. Not a single, it's a grounded boundary. So 17 from 5th over. Jaipur is on a charge here. It's 73 for 2 after 5.
चलो 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 शाबाश निशान पीछे पीछे चिराग इधर आ जा ना यार अपने आप आ जाया करो गोपी भाई इधर आ जाओ
Jaipur Royals beginning the ACB 2026 in style with a scintillating batting performance so far. 73 for 2 and 5. Mayur Mehta, what an innings so far. 14 balls for his 43. He's still unbeaten out there in the middle. Ones who have watched Mayur Mehta over the years know that he's technically very sound. Is a good stroke player, but it's great to see him convert that start. He's got to move ahead. And joining me here in the commentary box is Savi Srivastav. Savi, how impressed are you with Mayur's innings so far?
Thank you, Nishad, and what an inning so far by Mayur Mehta, being the maverick for Jaipur Royals.
शाबाश लड़के शाबाश शाबाश बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो
Chennai started well, picked up a couple of wickets, but the last couple of overs, after the power play especially, Mayur has just gone for it. Ketan, the job, the brief is very simple for him. Take a single, give strike to Mayur.
शाबाश शाबाश शाबाश
Yes, it's a sane strategy. And a lot of the times, whenever we've seen Mayur, he would get off to these great starts. You know, Savi get to 20, 30, but wasn't quite able to convert those. But look at this, 43 of 14 balls today, 7 fours, 2 sixes. Would want to take it even further now. That's a very good shot. Cut away, pass backward point, only a single. You can just sense that he's seeing the ball really well, timing it brilliantly. The Jaipur Royals camp really enjoying it. And the good part, Savi, for them is that a lot of the players who are a part of the Delhi Titans champion side last year are in this unit as well.
आराम से easy.
Doing the right thing there, Ketan, just taking a single.
कैफी बहुत बढ़िया यार.
It was Savant Premi in the first match who started off with a flyer. Played a very important contribution for his team and ended up being the man of the match.
शाबाश शाबाश.
Mayur Mehta is trying to repeat the same for Jaipur Royals. Blighted ball. That was a chance. Should have been taken. They have given another chance to Mayur Mehta.
Got to see, was that Kashish Pundir? Yes, it was. Generally a very safe fielder.
बहुत अच्छे.
Just have a look at what happened there exactly, Savi. Tossed up, just went for it. A leading edge.
हो सकती थी. हाँ.
And Kashish, oh, generally a very safe fielder. We will see him in action later with the ball. Again, he was also a part of the Delhi Titans last year. Can be very, very crucial for the Chennai Marvels. Marvels really in search of a marvelous performance from the bowlers. Hasn't come by them so far. Was a difficult season for them last year as well, Savi, where they started well with a victory, but then it just went off the track later.
Went on one knee, Ketan, and straight to the camera person who missed the catch. Ketan joining the party now. Contributing alongside Mayur Mehta, and Jaipur Royals are looking at a huge total here.
Well, when you go down on one knee, you either present a ring or you just play a slog sweep. And he's got it right in the middle of the bat.
ठीक है, जाने दे.
Kapil just bowling the last ball. Tossed up in the air, won't carry to the fielder. Should be a couple of runs. A fumble in the deep. In fact, it's only a single. That's the end of 6 overs. 84 for 2, the Jaipur Royals. Well, Mayur has been absolutely brilliant, hasn't he? Like 16 balls for his 45. The last over was relatively quiet, Savi, but it's been quality and it's something that we've been expecting of Mayur for some time. This was against Shobhit. A cut to begin. Look how beautifully he timed that one.
Played some brilliant shots so far, Mayur Mehta, and still out there in the middle. Jaipur Royals would like him to play all 10 overs and take the total past what Delhi Titans had posted today. 140 is what we started the day with. Jaipur Royals well on course to surpass that, and thanks to this inning by Mayur Mehta so far. Very good timer of the ball. There are some very good cricketing shots, Nishad.
Got the benefit of a dropped catch as well. In fact, a couple of dropped catches. But what's been impressive is that he's held his shape very well. Always seen him as a very technically sound batter, but just the way that he's maintained the balance. And we often talk about the head position being very still, and you could see that. This time when he lost the head position, he actually miscued it, and Kashish Pundi not able to catch that one. So Mayur still out there, getting a bit of attention from the physios, but he is ready to go. On the other side, Ketan as well, connecting a couple. Known for his contributions in the Marathi film industry, Ketan Gaikwad. We also have Krunal Patil, a part of the Jaipur Royals, a very interesting character. In fact, was the bowler of the tournament last year. He's known for his miming and also is a part of many Marathi nataks as well. Recently, he performed a street play, which was about Sant Tukaram, and that reel sort of went really viral on Instagram, where they have these performances on the street and done with a lot of grandeur as well. And that's the kind of grandeur that Jaipur Royals will need. It's Sushant who's come out to bowl.
And Ketan begins the over by giving strike to Mayur Mehta. It's just a reminder, as Nishad mentioned, about the heroics of all these players, the credibility that they come with, the professional actors, directors, people from the cinema industry, but the kind of passion that they show towards the sport of cricket, it's commendable. Middled it once again, catch it as a call, but it falls in a no man's land and will race away for another boundary for Mayur Mehta, who races up to 49 now. Just one away from a half century.
Absolutely, only a run away from a milestone. Remember, Savant Premi fell a couple of runs short in that first match, but here's a chance for Mayur to convert this into a 50. Dilzan celebrating in the dugout today, not a part of the playing 11. Also a well-known entertainer, really. Oh, yet again a batter misses out on a half century here at the ACB, and it's courtesy of very good return catch to Sushant. Mayur charged down, hit it straight to the bowler. Never easy when you're in your follow-through, but great presence of mind by Sushant to grab that one.
That is some reflex action, Sushant. But Mayur would like to believe that he has done his job. Played a blinder of an inning. 49, missed out of a well-deserved half century, but he'll have to go. Very well judged catch by Sushant Mane. Caught in bowl, Mayur Mehta goes for 49.
Tariq Sheikh has walked out to the middle as Jaipur Royals are in a commanding position at 89 for 3. And we remember in the first match, Savi, that Delhi had gotten off to a great start. And this is where they sort of slowed down when Abhishek came on to bowl. But later in the last 2 overs, we saw a charge from them as well. Now, can Tariq do that for them? When these wickets have fallen, you've just lost the in-form Mayur Mehta. And at the other end, you've got Ketan, who's just picked up steam, really. But then Ribbhu, as you can see him in the background, the Chennai Marvels captain, knows that this is possibly his window of opportunity to really put the brakes.
Good chance here for Chennai to stop Jaipur Royals because their in-form batter is back in the dugout. Sushant has given away just 5 runs, taken a crucial wicket, setting the field, the right field for Tariq. Another capable batter born in Delhi, primarily from Delhi. Tariq playing for Jaipur Royals. Starred in many TV series and web series. Played the role of Karl Bhairav. We'll have to show that effect on the opposition team today.
Oh, what a ball, yeah. Sushi.
And this is what a wicket can do, Nishad. A change in momentum. Suddenly we can see that the captain is more and more audible. The body language has changed for Chennai. Not a very bad intention here by the batter to go for a big shot, Mayur Mehta. Could not clear the bowler himself. It is a very well judged catch by Sushant, first of all.
Just moving outside the off stump, and Sushant has really read the situation extremely well and just kept it a little bit outside the off stump with Ketan on strike. And we've seen Ketan trying to go leg side as well. Sushant from Ratnagiri, a very smart customer, described himself as an actor, dancer and cricketer on Instagram as well. Gets it over the top this time. And that's going to go for 4.
That was a packed out offside field with no boundary riders. And all Tariq had to do was to clear the infield. That's the end of the over.
पीछे जा कशिश इधर हाँ पोल के पास उधर
Jaipur Royals going well. 89 for 3. The score will be updated soon. Tariq Sheikh has joined Ketan, was playing off 16 out of 9 balls. Sushant with a very good disciplined over. Just took the wicket of Mayur Mehta, who becomes the leading run scorer so far with 49 runs. A very handy strike rate. Jaipur Royals, they would love to pass the score of 140, Nishad, that Delhi Titans had posted earlier today.
Oh, absolutely, because it takes you in the zone where it's almost unreachable when you're chasing. Generally, we see that scores around 100, 110, maybe they're in the comfort zone of chasing teams. Tempting leg spinner. Oh, Kashish just not having a good time in the field. A misfield that allows the batters to get around for 2. A bit of a rough start for Kashish Pundir today. Surprised, haven't seen him bowl as yet, especially when you just have 2 more overs left. And he's the kind of bowler who can really tighten the screws in the slog overs. Wonder what Ribbhu is thinking with that one. But this one, a half tracker. And gosh, that was hit very hard. The fielder uses his body to stop the ball. Could have gone for the catch possibly.
It will be interesting to see what really happened where there. The ball went really fast to the longer fielder. It was hit with a straight bat. Lots of muscle power behind that shot by Tariq. And he was convinced that the ball is going past the boundary. So that's a dot ball, Nishad.
The big lesson, Savi, never take your eye off the ball.
Once again, goes for a big shot, miles up in the air. Almost a great catch. Tried to save a few runs, but it has gone for 6 runs.
Akshay Chandel was the fielder who was at long on and just tried to go for the catch really. As a captain, one wouldn't generally mind that as well, but if you can just try and save the ball when you're getting close to the rope. Let's have a look at that. Oh, in fact, must have just been blinded by the sun as well. The 100 is up for the Jaipur Royals. Oh, that was loopy and slow. Tariq was through his shot while playing that one. Sometimes those slow deliveries are so difficult to pick, aren't they?
शाबाश कैफी बहुत बढ़िया यार
Tariq, who missed out on that single, compensated well with that boundary right after it. And this time the batter was lured in. This is brilliant bowling by Kapil. Tempting the batter, almost making them feel that they are in for a big shot. But towards the very end, he changes the trajectory.
And it's important for Kapil to finish well, Savi, because you have done all the hard work, conceded only 6 runs of the first 5 balls. This is your second over. This is now your last ball. 100 is up already for Jaipur Royals, and if somewhere they can restrict them to 120, in fact, Chennai will be the happier side going in because they will believe that we've done a good job, and sometimes you just take that momentum through into the next innings.
Yet another dot ball. Hat-trick of dot balls, and this is a very good over in the context of the game. Just 6 out of it. 8 gone. 100 for 3 Jaipur Royals. One wicket apiece for Chirag Desai and Sushant Bane, but Kapil Chauhan, the most economical bowler, in a match where the run rate is above 12, the economy for Kapil Chauhan is 8.5, thanks to the previous over. 3 dollies where Tariq thought that he can go for big shots, but ended up being dot balls. So last 2 overs, Nishad. Jaipur Royals at one point of time, we thought that they might pass the score of 140. Well, they can still do it. But momentum has shifted. Chennai has taken the right steps in the last few overs, and they would love to finish well. Sushant with the final over of his spell. And that was premeditated, thought well, and will yield 4 runs.
Wonderfully done. Knew that there was no fielder there, just walked across and guided it. It was risky, of course, premeditated, as you mentioned. A little bit full as well, as Sushant was on the money in the last over, with the fine leg being a little bit too square. Once he got enough bat on that one, an easy 4. 104 for 3. The projected score tells us it's around 127, but Ribbhu will back his bowlers to sort of just reduce that a little. A couple of dot balls, make Jaipur Royals really take that risk. Who knows, that risk can result into a wicket. A good ball. This is how you want to bowl in the slog overs. In the block hole, only a single. So Sushant has actually done a really good job so far.
Tariq on strike. He started well, played a couple of big shots, but then came 3 dot balls from Kapil. Full toss and played in the gap, Tariq. That's a boundary after a really long time for Tariq Sheikh.
These couple of boundaries have really given Jaipur Royals the belief that they can go past that 127 or 130 mark. Remember, at the beginning of the over, the projected score was 127. We saw 140 being scored in the first match by the Delhi Titans, the defending champions. With 9 balls to go, Savi, it was in fact the previous match, you may remember, they scored nearly 30 in the last 10 odd balls. Outside the off stump, lofted straight to the fielder. That's a good catch. It's never easy when it comes to you flat, and Rohit has done a fantastic job to take that and possibly save the team a few runs as Tariq heads back to the pavilion.
Wanted to play inside out, wanted to clear that boundary rider, But that is another very well judged catch under the sun to dismiss Tariq Sheikh, who might want to forget this Tariq, as in the date. Scored just 11, 109 for 3 Jaipur Royals.
Vinay Rahul is the new batter, with Jaipur Royals in a good position heading into the last phase of this innings. Ribbhu just making a few adjustments to the field.
पीछे पीछे पीछे
But Savi, we've been here. This is the sixth season of the Actors Cricket Bash, and what really stands out about the tournament is the kind of commitment that all of these actors have shown. Remember, acting is also a craft. There's a lot of practice, a lot of training that goes behind the scenes, and it's that kind of training and that work ethic that all of them have put forth in the nets, of course, to be ready for this tournament. We see them across these tournaments, but never easy when you're coming up and playing top quality cricket with the leather ball. Anyways, Sushant is going to bowl the last two balls of his spell.
शाबाश शाबाश शाबाश
Off the mark, Vinay Rahul, photographer, videographer in the film industry, plays a very crucial role in that industry, and very rightly mentioned, Rishad. We have to give a lot of credits to the league as well, to Actors Cricket Bash. It is not at all easy to put together a league where there are so many actors with busy schedules,
आखिरी फेंकेगा
and the kind of scheduling, the kind of arrangements that are needed.
मेक और ब्रेक है इधर आना
Thanks to the league, we are in the sixth season. It's not at all easy.
Oh yes, and a lot of these actors are managing their shoot schedules alongside playing here. They work late into the night as well sometimes. Outside the off stump, that's cut away, and that is fine placement by Ketan. It's not only about power, but also about the deft touch, as the Jaipur Royals finish the ninth over on 114 for 4.
That was a crafty shot. Having full awareness of the field, there must have been just about 10 to 15 meters of gap between the two fielders, but he pierced that. 114 for 4 with 6 balls to go. Good thing for Chennai Marvels is that a new batter is going to be on strike. Who would love to take a single and give strike to Ketan, who is hitting well with a strike rate of over 200. He was enjoying the show of Mayur Mehta at one point of time, but as soon as Mayur's wicket fell, took the charge, Ketan. And now Jaipur Royals would like to believe that they have a score which can be defended. They would like to add at least 20 runs in the last 6 balls.
Well, you get Kashish Pundir for the last over. This is surprising. In terms of the captaincy, sometimes you've got to really put your thinking, in fact, you've got to put your thinking cap all the time, and you've got to shuffle it around in such a way that you get your best bowlers for the important overs. And Kashish, with just one over today, somewhere Ribbhu may have missed the trick. Watch out for Kashish though. It's an interesting action, almost as if he tries to copy a little bit of Jashpreet Bumrah. But as Mohammad Siraj said, we only believe in Jassi Bhai. Do we believe in Kashish Bhai? First ball outside the off stump will go straight to the fielder. It's Rohit yet again. A couple of runs.
उसका स्टार्ट है पहले से स्टार्ट
So,
है
do
शाबाश
we only
शाबाश
believe in Kashish Bhai?
शाबाश कशिश गुड वन
The end of this over depends what the Kashish of the team is going to be. Started really well, and it is very difficult to copy the action of Jasprit Bumrah, Nishad. and that is played well. On the pads, he just had to give direction Vinay Rahul, and he did that. Got 4 runs.
Well, not bowling according to the field there, really. Next side was wide open, got it onto the pads, and easy pickings for Vinay. It's a gift, really. The square leg is inside the circle, no fine leg. Even Ribbhu, you can just see, saying, you know, what are you up to? Or if we would have had the stump mic a little bit more closer, we may have heard, kya kar raha hai yaar? Again, another gift that's been flicked away for another 4. Kashish really losing his line. In fact, it's gone all the way for a 6. Just have a look at this, Savi. Once again, erring in line. Why would you do that?
And also pure timing here. The new batter, mind you, has just come in the previous over, Vinay. But showing that he's capable of playing good shots with pure technique. Was the fact that Kashish was not brought in earlier, was it playing in his mind? Once again, flicks for another boundary. This is great batting by Jaipur Royals.
Great batting, but poor bowling. And what's even more worrying from a Chennai Marvels perspective, Savi, is that the bowler has been hit thrice in the same direction, yet the captain hasn't made a change to the field. Why wouldn't you change your field when you know that the bowler is not getting his line right? They are already on to 130. We were talking about 127. They are way past that now, Savi. With a couple of deliveries to go, with Kashish not finding his line. It's tough for the Chennai Marvels.
Played in the same direction. There is a fielder now, but he'll just watch the ball sail past another sixer. We were thinking that Vinay will take a single and give strike to Ketan, but he's playing at 23 of just 6 balls. And this Nisha was probably the best of all the shots.
Doing what Kailash did in that first match, isn't it? Just coming in and bossing those last 2 overs. 4, 6, 4, 6, 22 runs with 1 ball to go in this last over by Kashish. And if Vinay connects, then who knows? Jaipur Royals will beat the Delhi Titans score. They scored 140 in that first match to get things going. Well, last ball coming up. Savi, where's this one gonna go?
Goes in the air.
फेंक दो यार.
Falls in front of the fielder, but batter will definitely come back for the second run. So they did not pass the score of Delhi Titans, which was 140, but they would like to believe that 138 is a score that they would defend. It's a big score posted by Jaipur Royals, and thanks to this cameo by Vinay Rahul, 25 of 7 balls. And Ketan and Mayur consolidated the innings in the beginning.
Well, even in the absence of Sameer Kochar, this Jaipur Royals team has shown real quality with the bat. Generally, when you have someone like Sameer in the side, you would expect him to lead the charge. But then the others have stepped up today. Vinay Rahul has put that real icing on the cake with that cameo towards the end. Not to forget Ketan holding things together, and to start things off, Mayur Mehta as well. So it's been yet again a team effort. We often talk about one batter dominating, but in T10 cricket, if the team comes together, you can almost be unbeatable. And thanks to that effort, a big score being put up there by the Jaipur Royals, who are beginning their journey in the Actors Cricket Bash.
So the opening batters were sent soon by Chennai Marvels, but Mayur Mehta and Ketan Gaikwad with a very good partnership. Mayur made 49 of 18 balls. Tariq Sheikh spent 9 balls but scored just 11. But towards the very end, Vinay Rahul with that cameo of 25 of 7 enabled the team to go to the score of 138 for the loss of 4 wickets. Good consistency shown by the Chennai bowlers. Just 3 extras there, 3 wides. Overall, 7 bowlers were used. 2 wickets for Sushant Bane, 1 for Chirag Desai. But Kapil Chauhan, that spell will be remembered. Just gave away 17 runs of the 2 overs. Kashish Pandey, we were talking about how he can be a strike bowler for the team. Came for the last over, went for 24 runs. So 139 is what Chennai need. Let's head to Mikhail. He's for an interview.
Another strong batting effort this time around by the Jaipur Royals, and fair to say it's been a royal outing for them with the bat. And the architect early on in that innings was Mayur Mehta. I called it the Mayur Mehta show. 49 and 18, 8 fours, 2 sixes. Mayur, you were enjoying yourself.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good wicket and जो plan था हमारी team का, जो coaches, captain जो हमारा, तो वही execute किया है, and I'm very happy that जो team की requirement थी as a player, so मैं उसको fulfill कर पाया.
Yeah, not an easy situation for you to bat, and 2 wickets were down. But you came and played some real good cricketing shots. You like playing in the way. I saw you were trying to just play it over the bowler's head through the line.
So I believe कि I think जो basics होते हैं cricket के, जो straight खेलना होता है, सीधा खेलो, तो हम जब से मैंने cricket खेला है, so मैं अपनी strength को back करता हूँ, and it's a very important कि जब आप ball को देख रहे हो, और मेरा वैसे भी leg stump मैं ज़्यादा देखता नहीं हूँ, because I believe कि मैं अगर उसको सामने से मारूँगा so वो कवर हो जाएगा.
ऑफलाइन हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, आपने कहा कि स्किल सेट के बारे में बहुत लोग बात करते हैं, बट आपका कुछ अलग ही अप्रोच होता है.
See, we are actors actually. हम लोगों को ज़्यादा time नहीं मिलता है to prepare, to just practice every day. But mindset is very important. हम आगे आज T20 cricket देखते हैं, IPL देखते हैं, World Cup देखते हैं. Everybody is talking about mindset, and I think mindset is very important when your team is मतलब आपको back कर रही है, आपको आगे से बोल रही है कि you are main player. So अब हमको भी उसी तरीके से mindset रखना पड़ता है. And जो भी हुआ, it's I think cricket is all about day. I think आज मेरा अच्छा था, कल किसी और का अच्छा होगा. So,
नहीं,
yeah.
अच्छा ही रहेगा.
Yes,
Don't
yes.
worry. Quick thought about the ACB 6th season. Dilip Agarwal giving this platform.
So Dilip sir is like हम लोग already इस 4-5 साल से मैं खेल रहा हूँ ACB, and this is one of the favorite tournament हम लोगों का, और उन्हीं के वजह से हम सारे actors एक साथ ground के अंदर आते हैं, and it was really nice कि वो जब इस तरीके के events कराते हैं, और हर साल हम कोशिश करते हैं वो कि हम सब एक साथ आएं और खेलें. So all thanks to Dilip
You were
sir.
brilliant today, 138 for 4. So I'm sure you'll want to defend this. Good luck in the defense. All the
Absolutely,
very
yes.
best.
Thank
And
you so
very well
much.
played. We enjoyed watching you.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you so
Mayur
much.
Mehta there from the Jaipur Royals. Always nice talking to him. Wonderful outing for him with the bat. We'll get a perspective now from the Chennai Marvels as well. We'll just understand their... Hi, nice to talk to you. Chirag, yeah, you bowled really well in those first 2 overs. You got that ball to move around. You felt the conditions were helpful. You can take that mic along.
I can only say that ball always supports me.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
And one of my almost all of my team members, they're like, Chirag, tu swing kar lega, and that positive vibes that comes to.
हाँ जी, आपकी जो एक्शन है, जो आपका जो फुटिंग होता है, वो थोड़ा रॉन्ग फुटेड होता है, लेकिन आपकी जो एक्शन आती है, बॉल कम्स विद अ नेचुरल इन स्विंगर. हाउ शुड अ बैटर फेस you, as a spinner sometime or as a pacer?
Even I don't know that, but I am very much clear while bowling.
हाँ जी.
Ball को आप shine रखिए, and go with the air. That's it.
हाँ जी, if you could just place the mic
हाँ,
closer.
go with
to
the
you.
air
हाँ
and
जी.
flow with the. मतलब, what can I say about bowling? And
नहीं, नहीं, but you were brilliant. But you just feel that you've conceded a bit too much at the halfway stage. 10 over के बाद 138.
that was actually first 4 overs were very good, but after that, say it's a part of game, and T10, okay, it's a hitting game. So players like Mayur, I think he played very well. हाँ, तो मतलब उसने जो start किया, we felt like कि क्या हो रहा है, लेकिन after 6th over they batted so well, they batted very well. तो ठीक है, but I think we can chase this.
Good luck, Chirag. बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपकी bowling देख के, जो swing आप लाए, जो तब्दीली आप लाए अपने bowling में. Hope करते हैं कि ये Marvels की एक marvelous outing batting के साथ भी हो जाए.
And that will come out.
हाँ जी, good luck and thank you for talking to us, and all the very best for this game and the remaining games as well.
Thank you very much.
Right, we're all set for this chase now. The Chennai Marvels need to get 139. It's over to the commentators.
Wonderful to hear those two perspectives from both the sides, and Mayur Mehta was absolutely fantastic. Chirag bowled well, but of course in the end Chennai Marvels ended up conceding a big score. Let's have a look at a few shots from that innings. Just the way that Jaipur Royals started off, you could see that they were intent on dominating, and that's something that we come to expect from T10, an early run out, and one felt that maybe Chennai Marvels with that early pressure could have gotten things going. But then in walked Mayur Mehta, and from the get-go, really finding the middle of the bat.
Played all across the ground, played some beautifully timed shots, Mayur Mehta. Missed out by a very well-deserved half century by just one run. This was when he went down on one knee and sent the ball outside the boundary ropes. Some chances were given to him, some catches were not taken. But overall, the technique displayed by the Jaipur Royals was one to remember. We always keep reminding you that these are professional actors, but they are just displaying their passion towards the sport of cricket. And when you see some great shots, it is a display of all the hard work and practice that goes behind this campaign. Mayur Mehta hit some big sixes towards the end, missed out of his half century by just one run. And Ketan, in that partnership with Mayur Mehta, is close to 50 runs. He also played some great shots all across the ground. And this was the moment when we thought that Mayur Mehta might become the first player of this season to score a half century. He was out for 49. And then came that cameo of an inning. Some dropped catches, Dishad, will hurt Chennai Marvels.
Oh yes, absolutely, and especially when they let off Mayur Mehta not once but twice. Once he was dismissed, there was a glimmer of hope, although. Bane was one of the good bowlers for Chennai Marvels with that return catch. A splendid effort to get Mayur Mehta out. And then it was Ketan who continued the job, but then Tariq also tried to smash it around. Got this really high in the air. It was a decent effort, one would say. Never easy, those catches looking into the sun. Took a few risks as well. Then with Tariq getting out, as we would see later on, this was a good catch by Rohit. It was hit hard and flat towards him. And in the end, when we had that cameo as well coming, it truly took them past 130. So next up, we are going to have the run chase of the Chennai Marvels. Don't go anywhere. Ribbhu Mehra and team are up for it. We are halfway through day one of ACB 2026 and it's been an absolute run fest. Jaipur Royals, coming into the tournament for the very first time, have scored 138 batting first. Chennai Marvels have a mountain to climb, just like the Mumbai Aces had against the Delhi Titans. As this run chase is about to begin, it's time to welcome Mikhail Vaswani in the commentary box. Mikhail, Chennai Marvels really up against it, having conceded a mountain of runs.
Good afternoon, Nishad, and good afternoon to all of viewers as well tuning into the live broadcast on day one, match number 2 in season 6 of the Actors Cricket Bash. Rohit Shivalkar will have a job to do over here, and giving him company at the other end will be his partner as well. They don't have much time to really get their eye in. And for the second time, we've seen the team winning the toss, deciding to field first, conceding over 130. Intentions clear. It's going to be Taj who will begin proceedings from the far end. Oh, and he begins with a loosener, so much so that a free hit on offer.
Tajinder starting off and just was having a word with Krunal Patil before this match, and he said that Tajinder is one of the bowlers to really watch out for and can deliver up front. He himself is a bowler who can deliver for his team in the middle overs. Krunal, very kind in his appreciation. Tajinder with left arm angle, just tries to pull it across, and Chennai Marvels get off the mark. It's a stumbling effort, but they managed to stop it inside the boundary with Mayur backing him up. A tall left armer to start things off, always a handy addition there.
Yeah, he's a towering personality, right, Tajinder? Big, huge frame, coming at an angle to the right-handed batter. All he needs to do is just land it around off and middle. Just induce the batter to play the false shot. Pressure on the Marvels. Yeah, goes hard at this one, straight to the fielder. Sometimes I feel batting first isn't a bad option. I know it's a T10 format. You want to have a good idea about what your target is. Fielding first, but if you concede way too many, you're always going to play catch-up, Nishad.
Rohit had taken a good catch during the Jaipur Royals innings. Got to contribute with the bat here. A top edge, and it falls in no man's land, but a no ball. A no ball, so wouldn't have counted. Just overstepped the mark. And an early free hit, and Ribbhu will get on strike for the first time. It's a gift really for him to start off with a free hit.
You just got to take a look at that footing of his. More than overstepping, I feel that he's just not been able to gather that rhythm with the ball. Captain wicketkeeper Ribbhu Mehra now facing for the first time. That asking rate is very demanding. Yeah, that's a much better delivery. Back of the length, some carry on it and some pace. Got to keep surprising the batters.
Also, thanks to his height, he gets that extra bit of bounce as well. You get that steep bounce when you're a little bit taller than the others. And Ribbhu was just shaping up for a pull. A good batter, Ribbhu. Also doubles up as a DJ sometimes. Tries to go leg side yet again. Well, Ribbhu does well, Mikhail, when he's playing down the ground. And when he focuses on holding his balance and his shape, that's when he can really connect. It just seems that he's just tried to be a little bit premeditated in the first two deliveries.
And the reason he's playing out of his batting personality or character, may I add, is because of that steep target. Oh, so close to that off stump, so close to the top of middle. And you can sense that reaction is more about so close yet so far by Tajinder. Ribbhu Mehra is trying everything. The cheeky wicket keeper ritual over there. Come on, Bale, just fall off the groove.
Well, Fehman isn't keeping. It is Ketan who has been designated with the responsibility of keeping wickets. Fehman was actually keeping for the Delhi Titans last year. A lot of the Delhi Titans players, as we said earlier, are a part of the Jaipur Royals. Last ball of this first over. It's been a good start for the Jaipur Royals, courtesy Tajinder. Defending a big total, of course. Now Ribbhu, can he get off the mark of this last ball? Connects this time, and it's a 4. Is it? In fact, it's been fielded. No runs there. That's the end of a good first over, 5 without loss.
Come on, come on!
A very good start there for the Jaipur Royals, only conceding 5 runs in that first over, adding to the pressure on the Chennai Marvels, who are already under the pump, really, Mikhail, having conceded all those runs, particularly in those last 2 overs. And we often talk about momentum, isn't it? When, particularly limited overs cricket, when you, in the last 2 overs of the first innings, last few overs, the team that does well really carries it into the next innings.
Right on cue there, Nishad. More often than not, when you walk back to the dugout at the halfway stage, you carry with that momentum as well and come back with same intensity. Bit of stoppage in play. Just a quick reminder, this is season 6 and day 1 of the Actors Cricket Bash, a wonderful initiative by Dilip Agarwal. Well, the ABC of ACB comes through a big alphabet called D, and that's Dilip. He's popularly known as. Yeah, it's just turning out to be a little warmer now, but there's a nice gale of breeze also blowing across the ground, so that'll come as some respite to the players. But at the moment, it's over to Rohit and Ribbhu, the double R's in the middle. Good tidy over with Ajinder. Did concede a couple of no balls, but he came back well to find the right line and length.
Rohit Shivalkar, one of the known stars in the Marathi television circuit. He's a regular on one of those regular soaps as well. Varun Rao to start. Oh, he walked across the stumps there. Almost trying to hit that towards the leg side. Just manages to get it down towards long on for a single. Chennai Marvels will really have to find something special if they have to get anywhere close to the total. Remember, it's not just about winning or losing, but also about the margin, Mikhail, because it can all boil down to the net run rate in the end.
Goes high, up and over. Work to do for the fielder in the deep. He gives up the chase. That's going to be a boundary from the bat of Ribbhu. He gets off the mark in his 5th delivery. So it's been a bit of a hustle for him, but he'll feel good. That boundary will help his confidence. And you can see just threw his bat at this one. Rightly pointed out, 6 teams playing, so 2 are certain to miss out. But the 4 that make it will once again be battling it out with the remaining 2 teams for the net run rate by the end of it as well. The margins will be so close to decide which teams make it to the top 4.
This time, a loud appeal. The umpire doesn't think it's gone, but it's a good ball by Varun Panwar. Talking about the points table, which will of course have a greater effect later on in this competition. But last year, in fact, Delhi Titans, they were almost out of the hunt. And then they managed to sneak in. Let's have a look at what happened during that previous delivery. Yeah, that was seemingly going down the leg side. Varun Panwar just taking a leaf out of Stuart Broad's book of celeb appeals.
Yeah, looks to go big on this occasion. This protection in the deep, so they only fetch a single. You also got to commend the efforts of the players. The quality, the pedigree, the dish out, the standards, and the kind of time they invest in their practice sessions. I was with one of the teams while they were preparing for the auctions as well that had a couple of weeks ago. And they were so invested into the entire concept of finding the right balance. And that's the seriousness of the Actors Cricket Bash. Emotions do run high, the skill set's good. We heard Mayur Mehta talk about the mindset. So many things need to be factored in a tournament like this.
Dancing down the track, doesn't connect as well as he would have liked, but doesn't matter. It'll beat the fielder. A diving effort in the deep, but that diving effort doesn't pay fruit for Tariq Sheikh. The first boundary there for Rohit. The bat in fact turned a little bit in his hand as it just took the inner edge, moving past square leg. Oh, I hope he hasn't hurt himself there.
And these are actors. Now look at that for commitment. Look at that for effort. They're all actors. They have next day get back on TV. But when you play a sport you love and when you're passionate about it and when you take it seriously, that's the kind of effort you put in the middle. You put your body behind the line of the ball. You get that second line of defense, and that's the kind of intensity ACB brings to the table. 10 on 10 for that effort there by Tariq Sheikh. Bowling well. What I really like about Varun is not trying to dish out fierce pace. He's just getting that ball to pitch in the right areas and getting to move it along. 12 runs of his first over. Done with over number 2. 17 for no loss.
It's been tough for the Chennai Marvels, really. Coming into this innings, already facing a steep target of 139. Only 17 runs in the first 2 overs. And in such a run chase, Mikhail, what happens is every over that you are behind the pecking order, the required rate just balloons up. Look at it, it's already gone past 15.
And you make a good point, and that's why you need to quickly take a look at the balls consumed, the runs scored by the batters. When you're chasing somewhere around 139, you can't be batting at a strike rate of 100. You need to be batting at a strike rate of close to 180, 200. Pensive faces here for Chennai Marvels, and quite understandably as well. They've conceded 138, and now after 2 they've managed 17. They have to be at par with that asking rate, and at this stage it's 15. Ideally they need to be around 30 runs after 2 overs. T10 format, very tricky as well. Not much time to comprehend. That's why it's very hard to process how to approach things in the middle. And then they say it's a very simple game, cricket. Well, the formats make it look very disorienting and difficult sometimes.
Ribbhu, down the ground. That's a 4, and it's a no ball. It's a no ball, so it's going to be a free hit. But great to see Ribbhu just backing himself with that shot. That's what he's got to do more of, really. Holding his shape, just going over mid-off. And this is his strong zone, Mikhail. He's got to back himself to do that. Don't premeditate it. Now you've got a free hit. As Mayur said, back to the basics.
Swivel comes out, and I reckon that will be another boundary as well. So good start to over number 3, 10 in the first 2. And Chennai Marvels are finding a move on, and it's their captain Ribbhu Mehra who's decided to turn the magic on at this venue. Not the greatest of deliveries, too short, quick to climb onto that one. Got some elevation, but good enough for him. He found a vacant area.
May have really come off the bottom of the bat there. But a good start to this over for the Chennai Marvels. Getting 9 of the first 2 deliveries. Now it's 9 of the first 2 legal deliveries, may I add. Tajinder comes back well, just putting it a little bit outside the off stump. But once again, we've often talked about the kind of efforts that these teams have put. Some of the Delhi Titans players just in attendance. Shubham Mata there on the left. A good effort by him. Mumbai Aces not able to put in that ace. They'll really have to make a good comeback later. Now that's down the ground yet again. But they've got protection. Mayur was there at long off. Only a single. With simple math, you've got 10 already of the 15 that you need in an over. Break it down.
You know, the best part about being commentators is easier said than done out there. Simple math for us. Another 6 we say will get you over that 15 run and over. Edged, and this could be a dismissal as well. Taj strikes, and the Chennai Marvels lose their first wicket. Was bowling around that corridor of uncertainty. Rohit went with an expensive heave, only to find the outside edge and a nice piece of glove work done behind the stumps. The Royals strike.
Yes, charging down the track. playing across the line and an easy catch for Ketan behind the stumps. Well, Taj getting rewards for some good bowling in the first over. Started off with a few boundaries here, but he's gotten his reward. And Rohit Shivalkar walks back, wasn't able to make an impact today. Chennai Marvels struggling.
अरे केतन कितनी बार बोलेगा यार रहने देना थोड़ा सा तो उसके दिमाग में मत रख थोड़ा सा रहने दे यार सर थर्ड ओवर लिया है तगड़े बॉल जाना है तू दिमाग में मत रख 2-2 यस दो नो बॉल मिले थे हां यार ला दो एक दफे लड़को वन ब्रिंग्स टू बॉयज आवाज रखेंगे वन बॉयज रेडी रहो लेफ्ट आर्म ओवर 2 लेफ्ट पावर प्ले की लास्ट 2 है हां
Akshay Chandel is the new batter, coming in at the fall of Shivalkar. Taj with his tail up.
Yeah, he's waited on this one. So far, it's been a Taj performance here by Tajinder. Nishad?
Wow, wow. Absolutely. Because he hasn't conceded too many runs. Yes, he started off with a no ball in this over. This was the wicket of Rohit. Swinging across the line. These mistakes really come by when you're facing a huge target and the pressure keeps mounting. Last ball of Tajinder's spell. Ribbhu tries to go down the ground. That isn't going to be a wide. It was well within the tram line. At the end of 3 overs, Chennai Marvels 28 for 1.
Rohit Shivalkar back in the dugout. Run a ball 8 for him. Ribbhu Mehra has looked good. A couple of decisive hits from his bat. But it's work to do for the Chennai Marvels in the steep chase where they need to get 139. They've managed 28 in the first 3. Their asking rate is around 16 now. And they're going at a little under 10 and over. So it's game on at the Air India Sports Club ground in Santa Cruz. Day 1, match number 2 in season 6 of the Actors Cricket Bashes. Amar Khurshid comes on to bowl from the combox end. So we're seeing some medium pace. And so far it has worked for the Royals. Good outing with the bat early in the day. We saw Delhi Titans dismiss their opponents, Mumbai Aces, to win their first game by 44 runs.
That's gone up in the air, will fall in no man's land. Only a single, and interesting action from Ahmar there. Just the way that he runs in, a little bit slingy as well. In the previous over, we saw the wicket of Rohit Shivalkar just charging down the track. Once again, Mikhail, didn't you notice that extra bit of bounce that Tajinder managed to get thanks to his height?
Yeah, works it away over square leg. They're running the first run fast. They won the second. One for the short, one for the throw. They'll get there comfortably. If I am Jaipur Royals, I'll not be worried with these singles and doubles. For me, it's the big hits coming through that'll be a bit of a problem for me. That's why I feel Ribbhu Mehra's role now gets all the more interesting in this chase, and his approach more so.
Yes, even if you're not going to win this match, just try and get as close to the total as possible. That one hits him on the back leg, that's going to hurt. Generally, players don't wear that inner thigh guard. So it just hurts when it just smacks into the flesh, really.
Sometimes you feel after seeing the last couple of shots that a wicket could be loading here for the Royals. That's because Ribbhu Mehra is throwing his bat at everything. And you could sense that The pressure, the dot ball pressure is slowly climbing. The flip side of a chase, a steep chase, is that every dot ball is a pressure, but when you're batting first, it's not really. Gives the charge, quick single.
And Mikhail, what really happens when you concede about 130, 140 is that when you come out to chase without that start, the match seems almost done really from a body language perspective, just the way the players also are moving out there. You can see Tiger seated there on the left. A good roaring effort by the Tiger today to start things off here at the ACB 2026. Loud appeal. Ahmar may have just drifted down the leg side, possibly a leg by. So Mikhail, somewhere around 110 or a score of 100, that's when things will get interesting during a run chase. Even somewhere like 70, 80, it's actually chased down very easily. We saw that last year.
Not a bad shout, I felt. Yeah, the wicketkeeper was moving to his left. Works it along. No protection in the deep. Fine up in the circle. Just helps it for a 4. Ribbhu Mehra keeps the hopes alive in this chase. Good way to end over number 4 with a boundary, 37 for 1.
सर क्लोज अहमद यहाँ पे एक चाहिए यहाँ पे कौन है नीचे गुड चेंज सर क्लोज
Vinay Raul, who really thundered the boundary with a few big hits in the last over during the batting innings of the Jaipur Royals, now comes into the bowling attack in an attempt to further make things difficult for the Chennai Marvels. Vinay Raul was, in fact, quite a surprise package in that first innings. Everyone expected him to just tap it and give Ketan the strike, but he took matters in his own hands. Well, that's drifted down the leg side. Just wait for the umpire signal as the batters get across for a couple of runs.
Yeah, intent's so important. Look at Ketan Gaikwad. He knew that the batter running to the non-striker end was just ambling across, and he was quick to realize that and try to break the stumps at the bowler's end. But Vinay was not ready. And Ketan says, be ready for these opportunities. They can be the differentiators. Got to be aware and alert in this format. Takes it on the full. 1 is the call. They'll have to push for 2. Maybe just put pressure on the fielder. They'll settle for 1. Good fielding in the deep. You've been around ACB for a while, Nanisha. I believe you were here last year as well, commentating.
Oh, absolutely. And left arm spin is going to be critical. And one of the things that Krunal also told us before the match was that they've got these 2 left arm spinners. They'll work as a pack. Krunal is yet to come into the attack. Vinay has already come on. That previous ball was nice and flighted. Look at that. This one as well, a loopy delivery, an inside edge will be stopped at short fine leg. And just to build on what you had said earlier in the previous match, that left arm spin ever so crucial in the limited overs game, isn't it? A wicket taking option. At the same time, you can also stem the flow of runs. Outside the off stump, cuts it across to the sweeper, only a single. And we saw, especially last year, Krunal making a big difference for the Delhi Titans. Delhi Titans who were struggling right through the tournament, and then they just came alive towards the business end, and he was a big factor. Let's see what Vinay can manage to do here.
Oh, he's taken that on the full, gave the charge on this occasion, and he's got the distance as well. So Ribbhu Mehra it is, the captain says, it's time to shift gears. And this will also mean that because of a full delivery above waist height, will also be an extra delivery and a free hit on offer here for the Chennai Marvels. Just what they wanted at this stage of the game.
Yes, it was. Even if he had stood back in his crease, it was definitely going to be above the waist. Seems to have lost his grip a little bit while trying to deliver that one. This time he lands it. But Ribbhu lands it into the stands. That's the biggest one we've seen today.
And they're happy. They're on their feet, the Chennai Marvels. The 50 coming up as well, courtesy that 6. And Ribbhu Mehra is keeping the fight on. What an innings. Back-to-back sixes. Previous one, full delivery. This was the tossed-up delivery. The invitation was there. And he goes downtown with that maximum. Elation in the dugout, but still a long way away from that big target of theirs. But quite certainly, Marvels are giving them a very good chance here in this chase.
Just trying to get that required rate down. Just compete. Just come as close to the total as you can. That's the thought. And maybe you have a couple of good overs and you can start entertaining thoughts of victory.
Yeah, the first step is to get close, raise hopes, play to a plan, take it as deep as you can. And he's played a fine innings, Ribbhu, so far. He's worked along situations when the pace is on the ball. He's helped it along. He's been quick to pick the length. We are back live. Another tossed-up delivery, just trying to overhit it. Ends in a dot, but it's been a very productive over. 17 runs coming off over number 5. And at the halfway stage in this chase, Marvels are 55 for 1 with the captain Ribbhu Mehra keeping the fight on.
Well, it's been a good performance by the Jaipur Royals, one would say. It's been 55 for 1 in 5 overs. That the Chennai Marvels are chasing a big score. Tariq Sheikh is going to now don the responsibilities of bowling for the Jaipur Royals, as donning his cape here in the commentary box is Savi Srivastav.
Thank you, Nishad. A huge task up for Chennai Marvels here. Chasing 139, the required run rate has climbed up to 17 now. Akshay Chandel is usually a good timer of the ball. Can hit the big sixes. He has played ACB year in and year out. He'll have to, along with the captain Ribbhu Mehra, shift gears right now. 17 of the over. Any over where they do not score that those 17 runs, the required run rate is only going to climb further. Tariq Sheikh, his medium pace is going to make it difficult for Akshay and Ribbhu. Back-to-back dot balls to begin this over.
It was really close to the off stump. Akshay making room and trying to thunder that past cover. Nowhere near connecting it, but the ball just went perilously close to the off stump. Krunal, he is a bowler to watch out for. Really waiting to see him come on to bowl. And let me tell you, Savi, it isn't just his bowling. When he gets wickets, you've got to see the way he celebrates.
I've always believed that celebration is a very big part of all leagues celebrated by actors. Very good dancers, performers, and usually when they come up with their signature celebration, it is one to watch out for, Nishad.
Oh, absolutely. And Krunal is a big performer. You know, he performs in a lot of these street shows as well, which are actually dished out with a lot of grandeur. Ribbhu goes down the ground, and this will clear the fence. Almost sent it onto runway number 27 in the Mumbai airport.
Ribbhu still believes, and he is going to, if he is going to stay till the end, this could very well be a brilliant run chase by Chennai Marvels. And this camp believes that. Captain Ribbhu Mehra opening the innings is gone up to 42, playing at a strike rate of 200.
fan code, PHB.
But they need at least 2 such shots every over. Tariq Sheikh started with 2 back-to-back dot balls. Went for just 1-6 so far. Would like to end well. In the slot. The eyes lit up, but he could not connect.
Looked like he tried to go over long on, but had he tried to go a lot more straighter, then would have connected there, Ribbhu. Once again, you're going at almost 11 runs and over, but it's not enough. Required rate has ballooned up to 18, a couple of dot balls, and that's what you get. Tariq, decent over from him. Last ball coming up. This time, Ribbhu, does he connect well enough? He does. The square leg will only be a spectator. 68 for 1 after 6. Chennai Marvels just holding on.
स्कोर स्कोर क्या है उल्टा गिन के बताओ भाई बॉल डीप मिड विकेट सॉरी इधर हटिए इकडे विनय नीतीश घूम जाए नीतीश
68 for 1 Chennai Marvels, and there is a glimmer of hope thanks to Captain Ribbhu Mehra. And some spin being introduced now thanks to Mayur Mehta, who scored a brilliant 49 in the first innings. Slow right arm, unorthodox bowling. It's going to be very difficult to play for big shots against him.
Yes, and generally tends to get it a lot flatter, Mayur. Doesn't get a lot of turn unless he's worked on something. And just the way that he played today, it really showed that he had really worked on his batting. Now, let's see if he's got something different with his bowling. The Delhi Titans started off with a victory today. Comfortable one. Ribbhu makes room. And what a connection. Sends it towards the Delhi Titans, who were waiting there in the Shamiana. And Ribbhu has found his touch, and that's his half century. The first half century of the Actors Cricket Bash 2026, coming off the bat of the Chennai Marvels captain, Ribbhu Mehra.
You'll have to go and check. Did he get some endless supplies of filter coffee straight from Tamil Nadu? This is brilliant batting by Captain Ribbhu. In the past 7 balls, he has scored 3 sixes. Once again in the slot. Has gone up in the air and clears the rope once again. Back-to-back sixes.
Oh, this is some fight there by Ribbhu. In the slot, moved around a little bit in the crease, and then managed to smash that over the leg side. This is what Ribbhu can do when he really backs himself to play the technically correct way or the more conventional way. We've seen him in other tournaments as well. This time he'll get the edge, and it's been taken at shot. Third man, Tariq taking an important catch, and Mayur has prevailed after being hit for 2 sixes. Ribbhu has to return after scoring a well-made 60 of 26 balls. It's an important wicket here for the Jaipur Royals.
Mayur Mehta having the last laugh. Went for 2 back-to-back sixes, but adjusted his length and got the outside edge of Ribbhu. Ribbhu Mehra gone after scoring a half century.
यही रख मयूर, 2 खत्म कर ले.
Charandeep Singh is the new batter.
सर 7th है ना?
It's of course a difficult run chase for Chennai Marvels, but they have fought hard and really picked up during the last few overs. But the destructor in chief is now back in the hut. Savi, you've seen a lot of Charandeep. What can we expect from him?
Charandeep can hit for, go for big sixes, Nishad. He's a technically sound batter, likes to play down the ground, but the required run rate is still 17. Despite, in fact, has gone up to 18 now, despite the sixes that came out of the bat of Ribbhu. Akshay Chandel is playing with a strike rate of under 100. He'll have to shift gears right now. Goes for it, steps out. Optimistic appeal here by the wicketkeeper, but this will be another dot ball.
So you've just got to have a look at whether Akshay has dragged his foot outside the crease. Charged out definitely, but seems to have just made it back in time.
कौन है? पाटला सवा पाटील.
Just in time. In the nick of time, really.
That is good technique and awareness by Akshay. Will be safe. And it will be a dot ball to end the over. After 7, it's 82 for 2 Chennai Marvels.
Bowler of the season from ACB 2024 is into the attack. Krunal Patil, a left-arm spinner, tries to vary his action as well sometimes. Sometimes he can be a little bit slingy as well. But a very smart bowler. And it's interesting to see where Jaipur Royals have introduced him. Starts off, he's right on the money. A half-hearted appeal. With 3 overs to go, that's when they've introduced Krunal. Now that's the kind of confidence that they have in him.
Usually very important phase of an inning, the 8th and the 10th over. Krunal is going to be responsible for the 2 overs. No need for the TV umpire this time. Completely missed. Stumped out, and here comes the signature celebration, Nishad, that you were talking about.
Oh yes, we try to imitate those celebrations from Krunal. Look at that. Good footwork. And Krunal just starting off from where he left during the previous season, inviting the batter to dance down the track and stumped by a fair margin, really. This is what makes Krunal difficult to face. He can change and add those variations. Akshay Chandel, a tough as Chennai Marvels under the pump.
आवाज रखो boys. ए फमान सेम रहने देना. हाँ. खेलने देना, नहीं खेलने दे. सेम रहने दे. सर सेम रहने दो सर. छोटा कर. ओए. छोटा करो सब. थोड़ा नितेश. हाँ पाटला. हाँ शाह पाडेल.
Parthik is a new batter. Disciplined, beautiful bowling by Krunal. Took a wicket in the previous delivery and invited the new batter Parthik with a Yorker length ball.
बोल पाटला.
This run chase is getting tougher for Chennai Marvels now after the exit of Captain Ribbhu.
दे ना पाटील. एवढा चालत
Took a
आला
few
यार.
steps ahead, played straight up. A
पाटील.
little bit of a
ओए,
misfield and 4 runs.
पाटील.
A bit of miscommunication between the two fielders in the deep, and Krunal concedes runs for the first time in this match. This was the wicket of Akshay, just swinging across the line,
मयूर.
missing it by miles, and then was
बस,
stumped
बस.
as well.
लक्ष्य दे. वॉच एंड प्ले बॉय. पाटील. कीप डॉट्स मॅन. डॉट बॉल ला जा.
Ketan Gaikwad just dishing out instructions in Marathi. Dot ball la ja, means go for the dot ball. Interesting stance there. That's a wide ball. Even Shivnarayan Chandrapal used to not stand like that in front of the stumps. He used to start way outside leg stump. Again, you could hear Ketan calling him Patlya. Now that's a very Mumbaiya way of really
पाटील.
assigning or allotting nicknames. So Patil becomes a Patlya.
एक.
Played well, but just for a single. Curious to know what is your Mumbai nickname, Nishad?
वेल डन. सेम ताकत रहा.
Fortunately, since I actually lived a lot
पाटील.
outside Mumbai, I was just given the nickname Nish.
एक चांगला.
So the
Oh,
ya
Patil.
didn't come into play really.
Will you carry a ya in your last name, Vaidya? But this will be a boundary for Chennai Marvels. At the end of 8, it's 93 for 3.
सर स्कोर 93. 8 ना सर. 8 ओवर 93. 8 दो बाकी. ए नहीं है एक्स्ट्रा रन मत दो. नेट रन रेट का भी सवाल है. ये पकड़ के रखो. ये
93 for 3 in 8 overs. It isn't bad, but considering the big total, Chennai Marvels, of course, behind the 8 ball. But Savi, you've got to say that in terms of the points table, Chennai Marvels are doing the right thing in a sense that you reduce the victory margin, get as close as possible, because you never know what will happen on day 5 when it all boils down to maybe the net run rates.
Well, absolutely, Nishad. We have 4 teams who will go ahead in the playoff stage out of the 6. So even if you lose your opening match, there is going to be a scope of comeback. And that net run rate is going to be very crucial. So Pratik and Charandeep, they would love to go for that those big shots and try to take the target. They take the score as close to the target as possible. And is Ahmar Khurshid, director, producer, lover of cricket and also passionate about mixed martial arts.
Has an interesting action as well, doesn't he? He's a little slingy. Charandeep, you said that he can hit it a mile. Does go for it, doesn't connect as well and is taken at backward point. An easy catch for Mayur Mehta. And Chennai Marvels just sliding further as Jaipur Royals taking firm control of this contest now.
Could not middle it at all, and this was delivered straight into the hands of the fielder. So Charandeep goes for a single digit score. Chennai in a lot of trouble now.
क्या बात है लड़कों डॉट बॉल आने दो हाँ करेक्ट शाबाश यार हैमर कीप डॉट्स मैन leg stump
Sushant was one of the pick of the bowlers for the Chennai Marvels, but now is walking out to bat with a hopeless situation really, where you aren't going to overhaul this target, but just try and get as close as possible. And we repeatedly stress that point. A beautiful setting here in Mumbai, just alongside the runway 27 of the Mumbai airport. Ahmar Khurshid fielded well at backward point to restrict the batters to a single. Also want to see Pratik Balhara really coming good. As the name suggests, they're Balhara. So let's see if he can really tonk it a mile. He's got those biceps to do it, of course.
Will we see a bull scoop from him though? Tries to play for a boundary, but it will be 2 runs. The batters came back for the second run.
very well done boys
Part of the third because of the overthrow.
This was the previous wicket, just swinging across the line. It was an easy catch at backward point, and Jaipur Royals, as they are in command of this contest, the boundaries aren't coming for the Chennai Marvels. It's imperative that they continue to go for those boundaries, and we saw how the Mumbai Aces had gotten close to 100, but it wasn't enough in the end, of course. They still lost by a fair margin, and the captains are very mindful of that margin, Savi. I was just having a word with Abhishek Kapoor and asked him why didn't he bring himself on for the last over. He said no, don't want to risk anything, just try and secure the victory margin. On the money, off stump, knocked out of the ground. Ahmar Khurshid celebrates yet another wicket. Chennai Marvels are 98 for 5.
Had to go for the big shot. The stumps were castled because of beautiful bowling, disciplined bowling by Ahmar Khurshid. Took 2 wickets in the same over. And Chennai Marvels, 5 wickets have fallen for them. Sushant goes for a single.
Well, the interesting bit is that Krunal Patil is not coming on to bowl the last over. He did his job by bowling an excellent 8th over. And now with the match in the bag, Jaipur Royals just thinking that they'll try something different. So Pradnesh is the new batter now for the Chennai Marvels. Nitish will be bowling this last over. Pratik to face.
Possibly the captain Farman Khan, he saw that the Delhi team is still hanging out. They don't want to expose all their strengths in front of them. With the match in the bag, they're saving the best of Krunal for the other matches possibly. So it's Nitish to bring the last 6 balls. And the new batter is Pradnesh. Chennai Marvels, well, mathematically they cannot really win this match, but how close to the target can they go? The reminder for our guests that we have one more match coming up. And this was the last ball of the previous over by Ahmar. Any fast bowler's dream to see the stumps walking. 98 for 5 is what Chennai Marvels have managed to get in the 9 overs. Chasing a big total of 139 as the last over of the chase. Has struck well and fielded even better. Just a single.
Very well done, boy. Very well done.
Pratik gets off strike and Pradnesh will be facing. One short of 100. The match is gone, of course, for the Chennai Marvels, but once again, if they connect a few, Pradnesh just goes technically correct and manages a single to bring up the 100 for the Chennai Marvels. And Savi, you've got to really think that these next 4 balls, they've got to capitalize. Get as close as possible. Even if you say finish on a 115, you reduce the victory margin, of course, for the Jaipur Royals.
And possibly the batters are aware of the fact that even if they lose more wickets, they might fall on that net run rate. And they did. Could not clear the infield yet again, the Chennai Marvels batters. And Nitish, who came for his first over, will celebrate a wicket.
It was a half-hearted pull really from Pratik there. Just the way that he thought, well, just try and pull that one. He didn't get all of it and it was an easy catch there at mid-wicket. And that's a catch by Dilzan. He gets to take one today. It was the catch of the season last year from him. But this was quite easy actually. As easy as it gets for the Jaipur Royals. Pratik heads back to the dugout.
Last 3 balls to go. And Kashish Pundir is the new batter. Nitish will have to take the mark once again. Lost his footing.
What's with Kashish? Only coming into play during the last over of both the innings.
Will surely think that he has a point to prove. Went for a plenty of runs in his last over. Usually opens the bowling attack with his Bumrah-like action. Can also move the ball. But today he was, will not be wrong to say, was a bit underutilized in the bowling as well as batting. Goes for a big heave. Catch it is the call, but could not time it. not even to go till for the ball to go till the long on fielder. Long off fielder, I beg your pardon. It will be just a single for Kashish Pandit.
Yes, that was right in front of our commentary box. Mayur just doing the job for Jaipur Royals on the boundary. The last couple of balls, Pratnesh to face. Hits that once again to Mayur. It'll be another single. So this innings just petering towards the inevitable, which is a Jaipur Royals victory with the last ball to come. Chennai Marvels will really have to put on the thinking cap. It's been a convincing performance by the Jaipur Royals as they storm home to a big victory against the Chennai Marvels. The debutants in the Actors Cricket Bash 2026 have really announced their intentions. With the bat, they were marvelous. And with the ball, they were clinical. It is a performance that really sets the tone for them in a new year, led by Mayur Mehta's batting. And then the team also got around him to deliver and chip in. It really has been an effort to be proud of here at the Air India ground.
The Royals have started well to create their kingdom. Jaipur Royals debut season, and what a performance. All-round performance. All the batters contributed. Very good in the defense as well, and the fielding also did not disappoint at all. Jaipur Royals with an all-round effort, celebrating their first win. Chennai started well when they were bowling, and that is good to see. Good spirited batters and fielders in both the teams.
Well, you play hard, but you play fair. But at the end of the day, all smiles. And that is the spirit of the Actors Cricket Bash. The contest on field is keen, but the camaraderie of it is warm. With a lot of regard and respect for each other. But really, with Jaipur Royals, even in the absence of Sameer Kochar, Savi, they have been impressive because Sameer is someone who really brings in a lot of tactical nuance as well to the team, apart from his batting. But Fehman has led the team well, got the boys to rally around him.
Two points for Jaipur Royals. Is again a reminder that it is very important to finish well after the league stage, because at the end of the league stage, top 4 teams will go ahead. Here's the summary of the run chase. Ribbhu Mehra, the captain, the lone warriors. See, he played 60 of 26 balls. Apart from him, only one batter, Partik, could hit this double digits. 8-5, 8-1, 3-2. Looks like a pin code, but that are the individual scores of all the other batters by Chennai Marvels. Jaipur Royals, they tried different bowlers. Ahmar Khurshid, the pick of the bowler, 6.5 the economy, picked up 2 wickets in his spell of 2 overs. Tajinder Singh, Mayur Mehta, Krunal Patil and Nitish Sharma getting 1 wicket apiece. Vinay Rahul was gone for a plenty of runs, but eventually did not matter much because of the other bowlers who contributed well.
And well, just to tell you the story, the Jaipur Royals were led by a fantastic batting performance by Mayur Mehta with an 18 ball 49 falling agonizingly short of his half century, and Ketan Gaikwad, Vinay Rahul also contributed with cameos to ensure that a score of 138 was posted. Chennai Marvels, well, they did flicker, they did show a little bit of brilliance thanks to Ribbhu Mehra. At one stage, he was on 16 of 12 balls and then just raced away to 60. That was the kind of quality that we expect from Ribbhu, but it wasn't enough on the day as the target was just monumental really. And Jaipur Royals ended up winning by 33 runs.
When the Marvels came to bat, they had to go for it right from the word go. And they didn't start well. But Jaipur Royals with wickets in regular intervals. They could not let Marvels play with the same freedom. Of course, there was Ribbhu, who was holding the fort from one end. Saw some great sixes from his bat. Towering sixes, long sixes, showing the strength of Ribbhu Mehra. But had he lasted a bit longer, the story would have been something else. This is how he got out. Then came wickets in regular intervals. Thanks to some great bowling by Jaipur Royals. There were some lucky runs, some well-picked shots. But this was the over of Ahmar Khurshid, where he took not just one but 2 wickets in the single over and made it impossible for Chennai to win this match. But that's not it from our side today. We have another blockbuster of a match coming up very soon, live from the Air India Cricket Ground. Coming to you on your screens very soon. The last 2 teams of ACB will begin their campaigns. We will see Ahmedabad Lions. They will take on Chandigarh Mavericks. This is the match 3 coming to you very soon. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. The teams are getting ready. Anuj Khurana, who was with us in the commentary box, will be seen in action very soon. He's leading his side, the Chandigarh Mavericks. An experienced campaigner in ACB, has played most of the seasons. Took a lot of learnings from the commentary box of how to play after seeing the matches on the big screen today.
During the last edition, he really led the Chennai Mavericks very well, Anuj, and is very strong tactically. We've seen him in other tournaments as well. Opens the batting, can be behind the stumps as well. And what's really most important is that he's got a calm head on his shoulders. On the other side, we've got Ahmedabad Lions. Yes, we see Jay Bhanushali there, but we were also going to see someone like a Raja Bherwani, one of our favorite characters in the ACB. Really is an inspiration, with just the way that he has carried on across various tournaments over the years, and still a young man, may I add, Savi.
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the most enthusiastic persons and very passionate about cricket as well. Been fortunate to see him play in various other leagues, and the kind of commitment Raja shows and the kind of strategies he has in his back pocket always comes handy for the side that he plays for. He'll be leading the side this time, and his experience will let the team believe that they can start their campaign with a win. Every match, every point is very important, and also the way you win the matches is going to affect your net run rate as well.
Chandigarh Mavericks were the finalists last year. Well, we've got the post-match presentation ready. Mikhail Waswani is waiting there for us. Let's head down to him and find out who's the player of the match.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, a lovely outing here for the Jaipur Royals. In fact, a royal outing for them as they eke out a 33-run win thanks to a very fine batting effort that got them that win in their debut outing in Season 6 of the Actors Cricket Bash. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the post-match presentation of this season's ACB. We have a couple of awards to be given. First up, to give away the awards, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our guest this afternoon, Fiza Thakur, who'll be giving away. Nice to have you, Fiza. Welcome. Right, we have 2 awards to be given. First up, the bright performer of the day. It came in a losing cause, but the captain led from the front to get his team close to the target, but they fell short. An innings that had a lot of quality and carnage. Ribbhu Mehra, 60 of 26. He'll receive the bright performer of the day. He's not available right now, and coming in place of him will be Akshay Chandel, who played a very fine innings as well. He'll collect the award from Fiza Thakur. If you could give away this trophy, Fiza, if you could collect this and hand it over to Akshay Chandel, who will be collecting it on behalf of Ribbhu Mehra, who played a very fine innings in this chase, but they fell short. Commiserations there to Chennai Marvels. Well played. All right then, the player of the match. We did see some good performances coming through with bat and ball today for the Jaipur Royals. But one man, he took a catch, he got a wicket, but it's his innings of 49 in 18 deliveries with 8 fours and 2 sixes that set the tone and set up a win for the Jaipur Royals. Mayur Mehta, an M&M show, lovely performance. He'll be collecting his award from Fiza Thakur once again, the player of the match. Yeah, all happy out there. There he is, the smiling Mayur Mehta. We'll have a quick chat as well, Mayur, with you before you go. Thank you very much, Fiza. Right, Mayur, everything going your way, like you pointed out some time back. I did have a chat earlier. You said it's probably your day today.
Yes, maybe I think हमारे जयपुर का दिन है आज. So everybody played very well. सबने bowling अच्छी करी, उसमें थोड़ा बहुत contribution मेरा भी था. Yes.
ऐसा लग रहा था कि 138 defend कर पाओगे after getting to this target?
T10 is very tricky game and I think एक दो ओवर में काफ़ी कुछ चेंज हो जाता है. बीच में हम लोगों को लगा कि we are going थोड़ा सा दूर जा रहे हैं हम लोग मैच से, बट फिर हम लोगों ने एक साथ बैक किया एंड देन क्योंकि T10 मतलब आप प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि किस वे में जाएगा. अगर हम बना सकते हैं तो सामने वाली टीम भी बना सकते हैं.
Very well done, Mayur. We enjoyed watching you bat. Keep up the good work and good luck for the remaining matches as well. Player of the match, Mayur Mehta there. We'll have a quick chat with both the captains as well. In fact, Ribbhu is not available, so we'll get in Faman from Jaipur Royals, the captain standing in this game as well. Faman, good to see you. Congratulations, good win.
You so
started
much.
off well.
Yes.
You'll be extremely delighted. You were all charged up in the dugout there.
We were. I think we've been doing the practices. We've been hitting the nets. We've been playing those practice matches. I think we're all very confident. We have a great side. Young boys and very enthusiastic. Thank you so much, Mikhail. So I'm looking forward to the entire tournament. It's a good start. I think we needed this, which is important. It's a good margin win.
Not a bad way to begin, particularly after losing the toss and being put into bat and you hammer 138.
Right. Actually, the idea was for us to bat. We wanted to bat first. So I think it worked well for both the teams. But that's the thing about cricket, right? It's always a leveler. You probably win one day, and some days you might not have the right day, and that's when I think the entire team should show character. That's what we talked to the boys about, that doesn't matter the result. I think the character on the field and off the field shows, and that's what wins tournaments.
I don't feel I'm talking to a famed actor. I feel I'm talking to a professional cricketer with the kind of words and the choice of words you're bringing out, Maman.
Thank you.
Very well done. Enjoyed watching your team on display at debut season. I'm sure you'll want to make it count.
Yes, for sure. We're very excited. I'm very excited. To be very honest, I was very nervous because it's my first time I'm captaining a team. But I think the boys showed great character, and I'm really happy to play with these boys.
Impressive start. Get some rest. Get back strong in the next game.
Thank you,
Well done.
Mikhail.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Faman Khan, the captain there of Jaipur Royals. It's been a very good outing for them. They secure a big win. They register their first points. That's it from the presentation area. We're all set for match number 3. It's over to the commentators.
Thank you, Mikhail. That was one happy captain, Faman Khan. And why will he not be happy? His team has pulled off a stellar performance. Jaipur Royals sent to bat first in the 10 overs. 138 for 4 is what they played. Player of the match, Mayur Mehta, who played 49 of 18 balls. Sushant Bane took 2 wickets, but in reply, Chennai Marvels, falling short by 33 runs, could make 105 runs. Thanks to Ribbhu Mehra, who scored a flyer of an inning. 26 balls, 60 runs is what he scored. But that's not it on this Super Saturday. Ahmedabad Lions is going to take on Chandigarh Mavericks in just a few minutes. This is match number 3 of day 1, live from Air India Cricket Ground. Do not go anywhere.